Wide variety of beautiful birds to your backyard? By offering the birds the right foods in expertly designed bird feeders from Wild Birds Unlimited. Whether you've been feeding the birds for a while or are just getting started, let our backyard bird feeding specialists show you how to add a little joy to your life and make nature a part of every day. Shop now for exclusive bird foods, feeders, hardware, and more. Wild Birds Unlimited. Products designed by experts. Trusted local advice.
When it comes to prescription medications and health needs, Rock Hill residents have been turning to Good Pharmacy for over 50 years.
I've been coming to Good Pharmacy since we came to Rock Hill in 1984, and I would not change pharmacists for anything.
With their knowledgeable staff, you can always trust that your prescription will be filled with complete confidence and care for your health. Good Pharmacy, conveniently located at the corner of Ebenezer Road and Camden Avenue.
More liberal than Bernie Sanders, can you believe it?
Now, today, both President Biden and Vice President Harris meet with Israel's Prime Minister, who was met with loud protests in Washington as Benjamin Netanyahu addressed Congress.
We will win.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu tried to rally members of Congress as his country continues its fight against Hamas, while also pushing back on accusations Israel's military has put civilians in Gaza in harm's way.
For Israel, every civilian death is a tragedy. For Hamas, it's a strategy.
Some Democrats boycotted the address or remained seated during the speech. Michigan progressive Rashida Tlaib held up signs saying guilty of genocide and war criminal.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz at the Capitol in Gaza. Israeli forces have recovered the bodies of 5 more hostages who were kidnapped in the Hamas October terror attack but have died. America's listening to Fox News.
A quiet start to our Thursday morning commute as we have no accidents or incidents reported this time around in York, Lancaster, or Chester County. Same goes for Rock Hill, Dave Lyle Boulevard, Cherry Road, Celanese Road, Highway 5, 21, and 160. Accident and incident free. 77 northbound is a good ride out of York County to the state line north of the border. Rather quiet on their end as well, except for an injury accident that has just popped up 85 northbound at exit 10. In the traffic center, I'm Stephen Stone.
Check on that WRHI weather is presented by Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together. 2 locations, Rock Hill and Indian Land.
Hey, this is Lauren with Wild Birds Unlimited. Did you know that in hot and humid summer months, you should fill your bird feeder only halfway? Humidity can often cause mold, and we don't want that in our outdoor friends' food. Stop by Wild Birds Unlimited today in Rock Hill and Indian Land.
Well, thankfully, no real heavy rain out there this morning, but it is a wet start across the Tri-County. Steadier showers are likely for at least the first half of our day. Should be a bit drier this afternoon, but the clouds will hold temps down to the low to mid-80s. So the big heat's moving on, and hopefully the bigger rain chances as well. Can't rule out a straight downpour late day.
And now to the WRHI News Center, where Stephen Stone has a check on those local headlines, brought to you by South State Bank, committed to helping our customers find their success.
I'm Bo Redmond with South State Bank. From tailgate to touchdown, we're here to ensure your financial game plan leads you to victory. We're committed to supporting you every step of the way, providing expert guidance and dedicated assistance on your financial journey. South State Bank, this is Banking Forward. Member FDIC.
In the WRHI News Center, good morning. I'm Stephen Stone. A Rock Hill man has been charged by the South Carolina Attorney General's office for connection to sexual exploitation of minors.
Alan Don Ayers, age 60, has been arrested by both the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force along with investigators from the York County Sheriff's Office. A cyber tip line report came through from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, which led them to Ayers. He possessed files of sexual child abuse material, a version of child pornography, and is looking at up to 10 years imprisonment on each of the 5 counts. The Homeland Security Investigations Office also assisted in the case. No other information was provided, but the release came from the South Carolina Attorney General's office. For WRHI News, I'm Tyler Cupp.
Thank you, Tyler.
I mean, you have to work multiple jobs if you're working and only getting, paid $15 to $16 an hour. You're going to have to work multiple jobs, full-time work, and that is just to be able to live in our community.
That is Reverend Emily Sutton, Executive Director of Bethel Shelters, speaking on the cost of living resulting in homelessness. Rental prices have soared since COVID-19, and many cannot make their ends meet. Reverend Sutton on an exciting new program to help combat this.
Rapid rehousing is where cash will have some ability, once an individual has experienced homeless or is about to experience homelessness, to be able to be rapidly rehoused, be able to send directly into housing, and they're going to help with their rent for that first year to help them to be able to get back on their feet.
Reverend Sutton notes that the extraordinarily high cost of living has resulted in record-breaking numbers for Bethel shelters and other similar entities. The Historic Paradise Foundation has been around since 2019 with a goal to make the community located in Fort Mill self-sufficient and to rebuild that area's 185 homes. With an 82% home ownership rate, one would think that a developer could come in and take care of these homes for a reasonable rate. So are the people of Paradise of the mentality that they're willing to do that? Well, here's Foundation founder and executive director Danielle Redman.
What resources would they have to pay for the mortgage? You have a growing senior population. And we've had 3 $400,000 homes placed on one of the streets in Fort Mill. 3 of them. Just within the past year and a half, 400,000. And they're tiny too. So when I tell you they're put on what is that lot size? It's small lot size. But some developers were able to make it work.
Redmond adds that 2 houses families were occupying have been condemned in the last year.
That allows us to make changes for tomorrow, next week, next year, 5 years.
That is Joe Allen, Senior Park Superintendent with York County, talking about the need for public input from residents as work is being done across the county on its many parks. A meeting is open to the public tonight, and they're asking for residents to share their ideas, suggestions, and concerns that they have about the parks in York County. Mr. Allen says it's important to keep the visitors to the parks involved with the plans.
That's how, as we build our department and add programming and add sites and facilities and all those things, we want the public to have that ownership, and we want them to give us the direction that we need to go so that we're serving their needs and it's not just coming internally.
The meeting is tonight at the York County Government Center in York. There will be raffles and some other giveaways. It gets underway at 6:30 p.m. South Carolina.